This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
I hope you had a good one.
Well, it's been kind of busy.
It's been a tad busy.
It's been a Friday. That's
good Lord.
Not terrible.
It's not been
No, I mean
it hasn't been great.
Right. I mean, we had some good meetings.
Yeah, a lot of driving.
A lot of driving, yeah.
My God, a lot of driving. And I used to like driving.
Yeah, I know. Well,
you know what I like? I like still driving.
You don't like riding?
I don't like riding.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is because
I think that's what it is.
I'm not used to that.
And I can't handle not driving.
I can't either.
I can't handle not driving.
Granted, I didn't have a choice in the matter.
Right, you had no choices whatsoever in this matter. That was definitely not something you could.
And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
I don't know. But yay.
Yay.
I know a lot of people were like, where did you go?
We were at CPAC.
Yeah, you didn't. I mean, if you would go back and look, you can see all the stuff that we did.
Yep, we sent out
so
videos,
much stuff,
pictures, interviewed a bunch of people.
We got interviewed a lot. It was
great.
A good time. I mean, we had to come back because
I was tired.
Yeah, we had stuff to do.
Yeah, I needed, and that's a long drive from Florida. It's a long drive. From Florida, so,
but
worse things have happened.
Yeah, I've done way worse. That is so true. But you know what? We're here now. Yeah. And that's all that matters.
That is all that matters. So
go back and check everything out. And
it'll be great. Yeah. You're welcome, everybody.
Let us know what your favorite is.
Mm-hmm. So anyway.
So I know other people have beaten us to this story.
I'm sure.
Because I'm looking at Big Pharma Steve over here on Twitter from 12 hours ago. With a lovely picture of
things and stuff.
Of the... Well, is it the Gillette lady?
Well, no, but it's ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You had that. It's this lady.
It is ma'am.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, that lady. Except for
it's not
Mr. Potato's Head.
Yeah, excuse me, who?
Mr. Potato Head.
You mean Zer Potato?
No, Mr. Potato Head.
Zer Potato.
No. It's Mr. Potato Head.
It's Zer Potato Head.
It's got a mustache.
But it's interchangeable.
If it's still got a mustache.
Everything on Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Zer Potato Head, is interchangeable.
It is yam.
Exactly. Everything on Zer Potato Head has always been interchangeable.
I'm just saying, that's a goofy looking spud.
Bud.
Ugh. So Mr. Potato Head has gone neutral. Gender neutral, that is.
It always was.
That's the takeaway from
First off, Mr. Potato Head does not have a gender.
No, it may say Mr. Potato Head, and they may have had to do a Mrs. Potato Head, but there was always. I remember the original.
It's a
you could
toy potato.
Buy parts for it.
Yeah, and
interchanging things.
Didn't matter.
You could have
Mr. and Mrs. could have all different parts.
You could. Matter of fact, and what we used to do, we used to take the nose off. Actually, we would take the eyes out.
Yeah.
And put the nose and leave the mouth. Eyes? No, we would leave the eyes out and pretend that one little socket. He was a Cyclops.
Oh,
yeah. Oh. We've done all kinds of stuff. We used to
put the lips on the eye socket.
We used to pretend that he was the Trojan potato.
Trojan potato, because you could store anything in his. We
would hide the action figures up in there, and they would sneak into the base and pop out of the rear end.
Right.
It's fun. I mean, that's what we did. But apparently, the completely interchangeable spud now has to be gender neutral again. Which there was no real gender to it in the first place.
Right.
But after 70 years, they figure, well, we need to change it.
B from the SAV from Florida. You drove through SAV and didn't tell me. Yeah.
Again,
we were busy.
A lot of driving.
We had to get here. We had to leave early.
Yeah, it's not exactly a short trip from here to.
It's a long drive.
There. So, but
we didn't fly because of COVID, obviously.
Yeah, screw the. COVID. So I'm not wearing a mask. And,
Right.
No. Yeah. But anyway, so Mr. Potato.
Yeah.
Mr. Potato Head. The change, which will drop the Mr. from Mr. Potato Head brand, has sparked debate on social media. You don't say.
Oh, no.
With many saying the toy company Hasbro has bent to the woke culture by changing a cultural icon that's been on toy shelves since 1952.
And also on the big screen.
Yeah, but they're going to argue that, of course. Rhode Island-based Hasbro has revealed that the change in a presentation to investors on Thursday said the gender-neutral name comes as societal roles are changing, with more single-parent households and same-sex parents coming into the picture.
Well, so funny thing that I didn't know that potatoes could come.
Wah, 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 wah. Oh, wait, I could do that. It sounds better than what I could do.
Yeah, true.
But again, the single-parent homes and homosexual families.
Sure.
Did you ever buy, you had a Mr. Potato Head as a kid.
Yes.
Did you have more than one?
Yes.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. Well, I had one and one of the other kids had one.
No, but that's what I mean. Did you? Happened to have another one because,
one.
Every kid ended up
As
getting
a potato head.
one.
Yeah.
It was not like a line of them that you could buy. Other than when they did the Mrs. Potato Head side of things.
Which really doesn't make any sense.
It
They could have
didn't-
just sold the accessories.
They could have, but obviously it costs more. You can make more money when you sell a whole new
obviously,
potato.
Yeah.
But that's my point is, unless you were to be gender specific, otherwise you got a single potato. You weren't getting, it wasn't like a line. It's not like Barbie.
Right.
That had all these different ones that you can go, oh, look, it's.
Or G.I. Joe.
Yeah, it's not race car potato or anything like that.
Right,
It was, you had Mr. Potato Head and that was it. You weren't buying it as a family thing. It was a
singular toy.
It wasn't meant to be family based. It wasn't meant to be even homosexuals.
I think the family based thing happened in the 80s.
I don't think they even did one as a family.
No, like the Mrs. Potato Head.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that
I think it was a
happened
little
in
further,
Like they
yeah.
had Pac-Man, and then they came out with
Mrs.
Miss
Pac-Man,
Pac-Man,
yeah.
and then they came out with Mrs. Potato Head,
Which was dumb because Mrs. Pac-Man was the
just
exact same
Pac-Man
game
with a bow.
With a bow,
That's it.
same game.
No change.
What it was? Yeah,
Kid sister and kid brother. Yeah.
yeah. It was that.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was my buddy. It was my buddy. Yes, and then they came out with Kid Sister.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
It was okay. First off,
it was
all of this is marketing.
Oh yeah.
All of it is just marketing. It's a marketing ploy. It always has been a marketing ploy. There's no reason. Who even does the Mr. Potato Heads anymore? Who buys them? Nobody. Why are we talking about them? Because they've decided to go woke to save their brand.
Yeah, because they got to try and salvage it for a little while longer.
Right. The only reason why Mr. Potato Head got even popular since the 80s was because of Toy Story.
Yeah. That's the only reason I got it's rebranding again. See, here's the thing. It's according to the article, the new Potato Head or the Potato Family pack, which
Potato Family Pack.
they never did a
bunch
pack,
of small potatoes.
I guess. The Create Your Own Family or Head Family,
Yeah.
as it's called. The kit will include 2 non-gendered adult potatoes, 1 baby potato, and 42 accessories. I'm going to just touch on something real quick.
Yeah.
If you take all of the accessories off of said potatoes,
They're all non-gendered.
they're all non-gendered.
Because they're potatoes. Or at least toys shaped like potatoes.
Yeah.
But they all have slots on the bottom.
Yeah.
Ironically.
Technically, every single one of them could be classified as a woman.
That's right.
So
They all have slots at the bottom.
They do. They do.
On the underside.
So, and then 42 accessories. So these 42 accessories, there's no way, absolutely
not.
no way that you could make a combination where they could end up being possibly gendered. Like you couldn't put long hair and a makeup eye and stuff.
And a mustache.
Well, no, I was like specifically like putting, like you can't put
yeah,
to
you
make it
could.
look like a single, like a man
Yes,
or
you
a,
could. Yes.
So
You
Isn't
could.
that the same thing you could do before?
Yes.
The exact same thing.
Yes.
Just making sure. Children will then be able to make gendered and non-gendered characters and same-sex single-parent or traditional potato families.
Here's the big deal, the rebranding and how it hits the shelves. Here's the deal. Hasbro currently suggested price for regular Mr. Potato Head currently is $5 at Walmart. The whole potato family will run you upwards of $30.
I'm
And
still,
it costs them less to make it.
yeah, I'm stuck on this. So again, even if you buy the family kit, how can you have a single parent if it comes with 2 adult potatoes?
Oh, because one's just a random person.
Just some stranger.
It's like a friend.
So you can teach baby potato about stranger danger.
Yeah, stranger
Okay.
danger. Potato stranger danger.
Potato danger.
Potato danger. Yeah.
The danger of high carbs.
That is a big danger.
That is.
very
Cholesterol goes
big
up.
danger.
It's a, you know, it's
High carb danger, man.
you pack on the weight.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally not doing anything. Not doing anything.
Yep.
It's the same thing, and all they're doing is throwing controversy behind it to get people to talk about it.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
No, that's pretty much it. And yes, we understand that we're living, based upon this, we understand we're living about 12 hours in the past because everybody's done this story. It's just, we had to talk a little bit about it. That's all. Just a smidge.
We wanted to talk about it because we want to talk about it.
We saw it, and we didn't have time to talk about it yesterday.
I'm kind of busy.
And so we did it today. You're welcome.
It sounded better coming from us anyway, and you know it.
Yeah, that's right.
So don't hate.
So in Maryland, another middle school special education teacher assistant was seen masturbating during a video session with his students Monday, as
Hold on.
that has since been placed on administrative leave.
Can you minus the who cares about him being on administrative? Can you read that first part again?
A Maryland middle school special education teacher assistant was seen masturbating during a video session with students on Monday.
Okay. I have to ask because words matter. That word with.
They were watching.
That's what I was asking. Was it they were just happened to be watching, or when you say with, like, was it a class activity?
No, it's like if you did something on Zoom, like by yourself, but you were on Zoom, you were with a bunch of people on Zoom.
Okay, no, and I got that part. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't
clear here.
It was he just happened to be doing it with them around, not it was a class activity.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that would be even worse than what it really is. But anyway.
Mark Shack of Shady Grove Middle School.
Shack.
The
Love Shack, baby.
Shack.
And he's from Shady Grove.
Shady Grove Middle School.
There is something shady.
Gaithersburg up there. Told the magazine Wednesday morning that he didn't know his actions had been captured on video. Quote, I thought I was logged out when the class was over. I had no clue that Zoom was still on. Why would I do that? That's my job, my career. I mean, that's just crazy behavior. Why would you masturbate on your company computer?
There you go. There you go.
Look, I don't care what you do at the home.
No, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're in
That's you. That's your own domicile. That's whatever. Yeah, that's the company's computer. That's the school's computer that you're using.
You think again, and I've mentioned
Why
this.
wouldn't you close Zoom out completely?
Well, I was gonna say it's pretty simple. You hit the X button.
Right.
No, I'm just and you would again with all these stories that like this have come out before. Don't you think that you would kind of make absolutely sure?
Right.
Because you don't want to be like all of those other people you've heard about in the news.
Right. That's why I said again. Because we talked about this, it hasn't even been a month since one of these stories came out.
I know. I'm just, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And the special ed, no less.
Right. Special ed teacher assistant. Not the teacher, the special ed teacher assistant.
How bored are you
That's the...
Again,
I mean, if you don't have a job to actually go into the school anymore.
Yeah, but again, you kind of know that between this time and this time, you're on company time and going to be doing company stuff. Like, you can't hold off for a couple hours. Somebody that you might need to actually see a doctor about that.
Okay, so the magazine said the 13-second clip
Wow,
shows
that was quick.
So Shaq look at his screen, then stand up a few steps away and let loose.
Oh, no.
It occurred during history class. With two.
Well, he's history now,
That's
so
right.
it all is
kind of
very
makes
fitting.
sense that way. He told the magazine that he was working. He worked at Montgomery County Public Schools for 21 years, and it was just a mistake on his part. I'm only human, he says.
Oh, whatever.
It was my bad.
Yeah, because that's how you know. No. And the bad part is he's not going to get anything above working at McDonald's. If anybody recognizes him, would you want to? I'm not going to.
I don't
eat
want that.
there.
I don't want you touching my fries.
No, stay away from my fries.
I don't want to see your face. You go in the back.
I don't need hot dogs that badly. Thank
No,
you.
sir. Nope, not gonna do it.
Yeah, see, Return of the Slug. I got to ask, not being of the male persuasion, can't guys at least wait until after class to do the do?
Apparently, he supposedly did.
Yeah, but again,
Other kids were still on the screen, and he kept zoom up.
yeah,
Apparently, the video was silent film.
oh, I'm sure it was.
Breathtaking.
Sure
honestly.
it was.
I'm sure it was. That's
I just read that.
page over on the Facebook. 13 seconds. Let loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we know why he's doing that and not having a girlfriend.
Over there on the D Live. Wow. is all you can say about that. Minuteman.
Yeah.
Well, not even 30-second man. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad, really.
I think he was going for gold.
He was going the distance. He was going for speed. He was all alone.
He's
all alone in his time of need.
He's a sprinter, not a marathon runner.
Well, he was just pacing,
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
plotting the course. Striving and driving and riding on his horse.
Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. Aye, matey. I was just letting me fingers walk the plank, so to speak.
Aw, that's not right.
But yet it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fitting.
He also says on the first the coffee, now those fruits got to gay up the veggies.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It happens.
That's what happens when you start drinking cat ass coffee.
Ew. I couldn't knowingly do that anyway.
Yeah.
Gross. And then people doing that on the... Again, I would recommend you talking to someone. A therapist, a counselor, a pastor, somebody, a neighbor,
maybe.
the postman. I don't
Anybody.
care.
It doesn't
Just
matter.
say,
Talk.
hey,
Just talk.
I need to get a grip on this.
Mm-hmm. I need to get a handle on this situation.
Yeah, I need to get a hold of this thing.
Yeah, it keeps on slipping right
It's
past.
getting out of hand.
I just don't understand what's going on.
It's just making a mess everywhere.
Sticky situation I'm in.
I think I'm done now. I think we're done. That's
So
what
was
he
he.
said. Hey-o. Okay.
Oh,
No.
sorry too.
God, this is so bad.
Why are we doing this? So in Florida, a woman is.
Oh, no. Hold on.
Wait, what?
Kevin
what,
Hutchins
what,
over on Twitter.
What?
The county had to notify the parents about the Zoom incident. Quote, "Dear parents, you'll be pleased to know that we've expanded our sex education curriculum." Yes. You know what they say? You strive for the job that you're after. He didn't want to be just a teacher assistant anymore. He's like, I'm gonna
Go for gold.
take matters in my own hands.
Yep.
And create my own position.
Over there on the D Live. That's what. This is what is wrong. He didn't get a handle on the situation.
Yeah, he got a handle on it, all right.
Yeah. Stealth Joe on the edge. Quote, I just can't seem to wrap my hands around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He didn't have a problem.
I don't think
clearly.
he did, obviously.
But, you know.
So Okay.
Like I said, he took destiny into his own hands, and
Mm-hmm.
just like that, created his own path in life.
That's right. So a woman is suing a town in Lantana, Florida.
Lantana?
Lantana. It's like Atlanta, but spelled weird.
Or, yeah,
It's actually spelled,
Atlanta, but they moved the L.
yeah, Lantana.
Well, there's supposed to be 2 T's actually in Atlanta.
Right, or in L's.
And 1 L.
Mm-hmm. And one L. Yeah,
Yeah,
Atlanta.
but there's supposed to be 2 T's. That's
Yeah, it's fine.
1 T.
It's only got one, but it's still fine. Anyway,
Florida.
Lantana,
Lady
Florida.
suing.
Yeah, there's a lady suing after being hit with more than $100,000 in fines for parking incorrectly.
Well, I mean, if you make a habit of parking incorrectly, then you're going to have to pay the fine. That's just how
In
it
her
goes.
own driveway.
I'm sorry, what? Isn't that her driveway? That's her driveway. I mean, does she own the house? Does she rent the house? Like, you live there. That's your home.
Sandy Martinez and the Institute of Justice announced the lawsuit in the news conference Thursday, notifying the public that Martinez had been slapped with over, sorry,
Yeah, I know. Going back to over.
yeah. With a year's worth of daily fines for the minor offense of parking her car partially on her front lawn in violation of the town code.
The town code says you can't park in your own yard?
Yes, according to Section 630 of the Code and Ordinance of the town of Lantana.
Hold on, don't talk down to me. I have the city ordinance of the town of Lantana
on your desk,
next to
right?
my toilet.
So it's
good, healthy
light
reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Quote, all off-street parking spaces, including driveways, but not including parking spaces located in swale areas, as permitted by Section 1734. You know about that.
Of course I do.
Section
Again, I have the
1734.
code.
Yeah, right. So you know it. Shall be asphalt, concrete, or block, and shall be hard surfaced and in good repair in compliance with the town code.
Okay.
All parking spaces. She was parked in the grass that is neither asphalt, concrete or block, nor is it a hard surface in good repair. It's rather
In her own yard.
Yes.
Now, I get, okay, the thing about this is, now, this is a little bit different than an HOA.
Yeah, a little bit, because it's the town.
This is a little bit different than HOA, but the same kind of concept applies. Once you find, I mean, it's not like they dropped $100,000 all at once.
Right.
I don't think. I mean, I
No,
could be wrong.
this is daily fines, and yes, it was basically all at once.
What I'm saying, they didn't walk. They couldn't have. I mean,
She didn't know about him.
Ah,
Martinez claimed that after she was first cited for the violation, she called the city but an inspector never came to her residence. Then, more than a year later, she learned that she had been fined $250 a day for 407 days for the offense.
okay, but I'm going to go back to that. She was still cited one time.
Once.
Okay, so she knew at that point that's the law of the town. Stupid as it is, that's the law of the town. So she knew.
Sort of.
Okay, no, that's sort of. She was cited for the violation.
And then she said, I don't care.
And then she said, I don't care because
This is
nobody
stupid.
came out. And it really is stupid.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. But you knew the law at that point.
Oh, no. So here.
Like if you don't like it at that, you either attempt to try and get it changed, or at
well,
the very least, stop
that might be
parking
what's
there.
actually going on now.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's
it should
probably
be because
exactly what's going on.
It's
That's
your
a
own
stupid thing.
private driveway.
It's your own private house.
Shut
it's
up.
your own private lawn. It's your own grass. You can do whatever you want to your yard. It doesn't matter what the city says at that point.
Well, but then again, if the city decides that and you choose
Then
to
it's
live there,
unconstitutional and you can fight it.
well, not necessarily. If the city makes a law, you have the. If you want, just like an HOA, you want to live there.
Right.
You find out. That's why I said if she found out, she knew.
Yeah.
As dumb as it is, you don't like the way it is, change it or move. And it sucks, but
Well, I mean,
those are your options. Either that or you continue to pay $107,000 or $101,000 a year. I mean,
whatever you got to do, I guess.
I just saying, what would you like to do?
I don't know, man.
Then be there for years like that?
Oh, no. I wouldn't pay it.
Nah.
I wouldn't pay it. I'm glad we're getting you all buttered up there, B, from the SUV.
I know. I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said.
Ah.
I love that. It's the best.
Yeah, it is
That's the
It's
best.
good. It's really good. So how's everybody doing out there?
So nice.
Everybody on the video feed.
Everybody doing good.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
No.
No,
And don't
no.
ever do that again. Never again.
You're welcome. Just for that. Yes.
No.
Uh-huh.
Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan.
Moist.
I'm too tired to actually care about that.
Really?
now. Yeah.
Even now?
Yep.
All right.
Sorry.
Fine.
Sorry.
At least you now have coffee.
Yeah, I was just sipping on that going,
Mm.
Of course, I got a feeling I got to buy more.
Yeah.
Make another order.
I do too.
Yeah, I think we have like a half a bag maybe?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah. Well,
What'd you do?
well, we drink a lot of coffee and certain things have come due that needed to be paid. And
Oh, and you didn't get coffee because of that. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Fine.
only a few of us drink coffee.
But that's enough.
All of us eat. And so it was kind of,
You might as well eat first.
yeah, because apparently you have to feed kids.
No. Really?
Yeah, it's the damnedest thing.
That's crazy.
Found this out not too long ago. You actually have to feed children.
Feeding children.
Like that's just so high maintenance. telling you.
Shelter, clothes, food.
I know. Like
It's a lot.
come on,
Mhm.
people.
This is Defenders Live.
Oh, B from the SAV over on Twitter. Risque potatoes and Zoom calls with a happy ending. We're buttered up for the rest of the DOA show experience. See?
Good job.
It's fantastic.
We'll take
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
At least you're not nuked
No, but,
or baked.
or baked. Potato.
Well, I mean, some of you out there might be baked.
To be like regular listeners, there has to be some kind of medicinal
Standard,
help,
yeah.
I would think.
Yeah, there has to be.
Something.
Love you guys, but man,
Something.
you guys must be crazy to listen to.
Even if
us.
it's coffee, I don't know if this
yeah,
It's like, let me have this stuff so I can.
Mhm.
So the United States military has carried out airstrikes against Syria.
Have they now?
Well, in Syria, against Iranian-backed forces.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Thanks to President Joe Biden.
Joe Biden did this.
Yeah.
The same Joe Biden that said that he was going to, get back together with Iran.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to, join together.
This is
with
how
Iran.
he's doing it. It's like a little kid on the playground.
Uh-huh.
There's a little boy or, you'd see a little girl that you think you like and you don't quite understand it. So what you do is you go and you pull her hair. You slap them. Just be mean to them.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
think, it's
Kick
because,
him in the shin.
yeah, you're
But it's because I like you.
you actually do like them, but you're showing it by being mean because you don't understand what's going on. That's what Joe Biden is doing.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah. It's like, Iran, I love you. I like you a lot.
But
Like you're really pretty and cool to hang out with, but I'm going to hit you.
it's mainly because I can't see your face.
You can't pull it down for just a second.
Going
he
back
can't-
to other stories.
He can't properly sniff hair when it's all covered up like that.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
So he's like, just for a second, let's go around the corner.
Can we go like in the bedroom or something?
Just alley somewhere. I don't
Yep.
care. No, yeah, apparently the strikes were in response to recent attacks against American personnel in Iraq.
Oh, wait. We still have people in Iraq?
Yeah. Didn't hear about any of that.
During the
Past 4 years.
Past 4 years, yeah. I really didn't hear anything out of that.
No, it's really weird.
I mean, I knew we still had some people there, but
No, I knew that too. But I mean, we didn't really hear about any issues. Now, that's not to say it didn't happen.
But we didn't really hear anybody attacking American soldiers.
Not really. I mean, one thing here or there, maybe on occasion, but not very often.
It's like very few.
Now,
stories.
it could have been because the media was so saturated with trying to talk junk at Trump
Right.
and try and
Okay,
bring him down. They may not
that
have
could
reported
be, yes.
anything.
That could very well be, yes.
But it also may be because nothing happened.
Or at least nothing worth noting.
No. Fox News reported that the U.S. hit multiple facilities in Iranian-backed militia strongholds and that according to a senior official, quote, the strike was a defensive strategy intended to halt and deter future rocket attacks by the militia group that has recently hit Baghdad and Erbil. End quote.
Bombs over Baghdad.
I love that song. The remix was so much better.
Yeah,
It was really good.
I agree.
With Rage Against the Machine.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. John Kirby, the spokesperson for the Pentagon, said, quote, these strikes were authorized in response to recent attacks against American and coalition personnel in the Iraqs to the ongoing threats of those personnel. Specifically, the strikes destroyed multiple facilities located at a border control point used by a number of Iranian-backed militia groups, including Hezbollah and Saeed al-Shahada.
Actually, you said it basically right.
Al-Shahada.
Shuhada.
Wax on, wax off.
Al-Shuhada.
Bless you.
Thank you.
The proportionate military response was conducted together with diplomatic measures, including consultations with the coalition partners. The operation sends an ambiguous message.
Ambiguous?
It's ambiguous.
Ambiguous. Ligue.
You want to know what the ambiguous message is?
What is it?
President Biden will act to protect American coalition personnel.
No.
At the same time, we have acted in a deliberate manner that aims to de-escalate the overall situation in both eastern Syria and Iraq.
No. He did he? That's what he's doing? You know.
That's what the ambiguous message was.
That's very ambiguous.
Does anybody buy that, though?
No, I don't. Not at all.
You think he even knew?
Uh-uh.
I don't think he even knew what was happening. I'm just saying. They're like, hey, this stuff's going on. Oh, yeah, whatever. We'll just handle it.
Kill it.
Last week, an American service member and several American contractors were killed by a rocket attack in Erbil within the Iraq's northern Kurdistan region. Then on Monday, 2 rockets hit near the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad in the third attack within the past week.
Right.
According to Reuters, U.S. officials said that, quote, the decision to strike only in Syria and not in Iraq would give the Iraqi government some breathing room as it carries out its own investigation on the 15th of February attack that wounded Americans, end quote.
Huh.
That doesn't make any sense.
Wait.
You're
waited 2 weeks?
Yeah, you waited to respond to an attack that happened, and you didn't even attack the people that did it. You attacked.
Can I ask you a question here?
Sure.
Just a small question.
Sure.
Do we have the internet?
Yeah, we do.
Do we have sat phones?
Yes, we do. Well, yeah.
Not us, but
yeah, but they're
does
out
America have sat phones?
there. Uh-huh.
Okay. Do we have technology?
Yes.
Can we relay information back and forth in instant time?
Sure.
Like seconds.
Sure.
Like something happens across the world.
Yeah.
We can know it
Pretty much instantly.
basically right at the same time. that it's
Almost
happening.
instantly.
Almost live,
Yeah.
as it were.
2
weeks?
Yeah.
You waited 2 weeks?
Yeah. You had to decide. And then again, this whole, the decision to strike only in Syria and not in Iraq would give the Iraqi government some breathing room as it carries out its own investigation. Either you're going to allow them to investigate their own people or you're going to retaliate. You don't do both. That's not how this works.
But then again, if you do both, you might as well retaliate while they're investigating.
Yeah, who cares at that point?
Like if you're going to counterstrike, go ahead and counterstrike, and then say, go ahead and investigate afterwards.
Well, I was going to say the counterstrike pretty much tells the Iraqi government we don't give a damn about what your investigation turns up.
Because we don't.
We don't. That's why we did this. So you attack Syria,
Right.
saying that there are Iraqi forces in Syria.
Uh-huh.
You're attacking those Iraqis
Yes.
because you want to give Iraq time to be
Investigate.
able to investigate. That was the same spot. Don't understand.
But you attacked. Wait, didn't they say I attacked Iranian forces?
yes.
Iranian-backed forces
Uh-huh.
in Syria
Uh-huh.
to attack
So
Iraqi forces. You're attacking Iranian forces.
Again, yes. I'm glad you caught all that. So just for clarity, let's pay attention.
Okay. All right.
Let's get the little scorecard out.
In Syria.
We attacked Iranians
In Syria.
that are in Syria.
Right.
And then allowed Iraq to do an investigation
on those people.
on that whole situation.
Because it happened in Iraq.
I don't know.
Or was it an attack in Syria?
No, actually, it was Colonel Mustard in the library with the lead pipe.
See, I thought it was the butler.
No, it's never
With the
butler.
candlestick.
It's never the butler.
With the candlestick?
Nope, it never is.
Dang it.
It's always a false lead that you hear from movies and stuff.
You're
but it's
right.
Never
You're
the
right.
butler.
It's never the butler.
Never.
He's too well played.
He is. He's set regardless. Who cares?
Yeah.
According to Reuters, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we already did all that. Following news of the airstrike, Americans on both sides of the political aisle criticized Joe Biden on social media for the bombings in Syria over fears of starting another war,
Yeah.
with some frustrated that his actions took priority over delivering further COVID-19 relief.
Can I ask you a question here?
Sure.
Another question. I know this is. I've been asking a lot of questions.
You have.
tonight, but that's okay because that's what we.
But that's how we learn.
Yeah, we always
we
learn
understand
by asking and answering.
By
questions.
asking and answering questions.
Right.
Go ahead.
So okay. Well, might be two questions, but first question here.
Sure.
Aren't we currently in a war in the Middle East?
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. Move on. Next question. No, next question. Come on.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
All right.
It's not important right now. Next question.
This action took priority over COVID relief
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, the COVID relief.
that they're not doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
You know, the COVID relief, like the making sure they close down the
this
Keystone
was
Pipeline.
literally like this is a snap decision. This is not something that takes precedence over something as like, oh, it's going to take me a long time to figure out whether or not I'm going to do it.
It does when it takes 2 weeks.
Well, it only took 2 weeks because he decided he didn't want to think about it.
No, that's not. No, that's not how that works.
It is how that worked.
For him,
Yeah.
he didn't.
He didn't want what I'm saying is it's for two separate entities. If you're talking about the people that are dealing with COVID relief in the administration, that is something completely different than wartime crap.
Yeah, I know that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he took 2 weeks to decide if he was going to even retaliate in the first place. So yes, at that point, he is taking priority over something else. It's not like a snap judgment.
But you
know what I
understand what,
mean?
I'm saying though, like this is a judgment that he decided to wait on for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And it's also a decision that is not decided by the same people that are doing COVID-19 relief crap.
No, that's true. That's done by the people that are...
That's a completely different portion
people complaining.
of the executive branch.
Yeah, the people complaining are the ones who are not able to get it. And see, again, he complaining about delivering the further COVID-19 relief.
Yeah.
Like, again, shutting down Keystone Pipeline and laying off all those people.
Yeah,
causing gas prices to hike.
Spike.
Like it jumped 10 cents yesterday.
That was just yesterday, but it's been jumping. I think right now it's almost $3
Almost
now.
$3.
That's within the past 2-3 weeks.
A year ago, it wasn't even $2.
Right, it was like
A year ago.
$1.79 or something.
And when I say a year ago, I'm talking last December. Someplace like around here,
It was $1.98 or something.
Yeah.
And
now we're almost
2
at
months
$3.
prior to that, it was $1.79 because that was just when they came out with the winter version of gas.
Yep.
The winter gas.
And now it's pushing 270, 280. Like I just libertarian-leaning Republican Senator Rand Paul tweeted a response to the airstrikes, quote, "At POTUS is dragging the U.S. into serious civil war is a huge mistake, and I strongly condemn this foolish military adventurism."
Correct.
Very true. Supporters of former President Trump were also quick to remind followers that he did not launch any new military engagements over the past 4 years.
Oh, wait, didn't we just say that?
Kind of did.
Oh, wow. And we didn't even read this beforehand.
No. I mean, we skimmed it.
We didn't do that. We didn't read that part.
No. No. I mean, we already knew this, though. He didn't start anything new. Doesn't mean he pulled anything out. And
Right. None of the rest of it.
But we were still there. He didn't start anything new.
Right. And he did pull a bunch of guys out.
Well,
He
and
did bring a bunch of our military back home.
Here's the thing that also could be bad going back to the whole gas thing.
Uh-huh.
You know, with the whole shutting down Keystone and not having,
That's the place where we're
whole
going to get gas
fracking and stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You think prices are going to hike even more now?
Oh yeah, that's right. So what?
Now we're going back to OPEC, who's now going to be ran and held by
Yeah.
the Iranians.
And you know, one of the funny things are about that. Mm-hmm. The more that we bomb them, the higher the price gets.
It's weird how that works out. Isn't that it's just weird?
It's crazy.
It's almost like
it's almost like he wants us all to be broke.
almost.
Like he wants us all to be reliant on the government. Like Joe Biden has been not Joe. The Democrat Party has had a set in place, a way to make sure that all of us, not just some of us, not just a portion of us, but all of us have to be reliant on the government for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. But it's funny. How's the government going to pay for anything when no one is making money anymore?
Oh, easy. They're just going to print.
Because it works so well in Venezuela, right?
Right. And I mean, look at China.
I'd rather not. Especially after the last couple of days. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Screw China. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No, thanks. No.
I just... And then everybody's like, no, it's not Biden's problem. It's the fact it was Trump and this and that and the third. No.
Okay.
No,
I see you beefing the SUV. Hold on. I see you. I see you over there beefing the SUV. Trump did authorize a bunker buster. Yeah. And he also talked trash to Kim Jong-il.
I thought it was Un.
Maybe it's Un.
I get it mixed up.
Kimmy boy.
Baby Kim.
Yeah. He
just
talked trash to him, saying that I'm going to nuke you if you don't shut up.
Yeah.
And guess
He
what?
did.
After those occurrences, very early on in his presidency, we didn't have to worry about that crap for 4 years.
Yeah. And to be fair. To be fair, authorizing a bunker buster bomb and
Bombing an entire area.
Yeah, basically trying to start something in retaliation like that with somebody else, and that's
Very different.
a little different because it was in response to an attack, but at the same time,
Showing strength.
Yeah.
But
they were
whether
just
it be a response or
they were
No.
trying to test. They were trying to test what kind of a president he was going to be,
Right.
Just like what they did just now.
Yes.
The
And it
difference
took 2 weeks.
Yeah, Trump didn't wait 2 weeks.
No, he did it
He
immediately.
said they did what? Gadoosh.
Bunker buster.
Done. Say
And-
something again, son. That's what he did.
And now, by the way, we're no longer with OPEC. Bye-bye.
yeah. And they all went, and then they
And guess what? Your gas prices are going to tank.
and they were all quiet and kissed his ass for a while because they hoped in
Or
trying
at
to
least
fix
they
things.
didn't say anything.
Because they didn't. What power did they have over us? Nothing at that point.
Now they're going to have a lot of power over us again.
You wait 2 weeks to respond to in retaliation, and then try to go. Well, we did it because we wanted to give them
No,
time to
you
investigate."
did it because
Shut
you
up.
had to show that you were strong enough to not be a wimp.
That's yeah.
You literally had to show something or else give in.
I can see it. Oh, President, over here,
oh,
over here,
oh, Biden,
over here.
oh,
Look
Biden,
at me.
oh,
I'm over, I'm
oh,
over
Biden,
here.
oh,
Calm
Biden.
down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah.
I need you to pay attention. This was done. You need to handle this.
Uh-huh.
And that's what happened. I just.
See, that's exactly what it was. Rocket Man!
Burning off his jets out here.
Alone.
Oh my goodness.
That voice actually came out. That was nice.
All I see now is Stewie. I'm a rocket man. Burning off his jets out here.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
So, and this might be another reason why he had to do this.
Okay.
See, the media is pretty pissed off at him right now.
That's weird because the media was like well, you know what it is? No, they were also anti-Trump now that they're having to sleep in the bed that they've made.
Now they're trying to say that they're actually just, they're anti-every.
Yeah, we're just against the whole thing.
Well,
It's corrupt.
it's funny that you say that, but it's not that.
It's not.
It's not that. I
It's
mean, that
not.
would be a good reason. That would be a really good reason.
It would be.
And that's apropos that you said what you just said.
It's not.
But, yeah. No, the White House plans to roll out a new policy starting Monday that would charge journalists $170 to take a COVID test every time they entered the grounds.
Uh-huh.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
And they're mad about that.
They're pretty upset.
A little bit miffed,
Mm-hmm.
slightly peeved, agitated.
Especially considering they go there all the time. It's quite a bit of an expense.
Well, I mean, okay, at this point, now that they're like spacing them out and blah, 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 they're not like letting a whole bunch of them in to begin with.
No, but the White House Post, or the Washington Post, revealing the plan, reported that the Biden administration is getting pushback from the media outlets, large and small, who are unhappy about being asked to pay the government what could amount to tens of thousands of dollars for the privilege of doing their jobs.
Well, technically, you don't have to go into the White House.
Nope, actually, he doesn't have to have any press reported on him at all. You don't have to be there.
I mean,
at the briefing room.
Let's be honest. Either way, it's not going to be 100% truth anyway.
And you're not speaking to him in the first place.
Yeah.
You're speaking to his rep.
So
that doesn't have to be at the briefing. You know what? They could actually just meet them outside again.
You could do that.
Wouldn't that be nice if you just did it outside all the time?
But and again, I come back to the whole thing. It's not going to be accurate anyway. You know what I mean?
Right. The information is just going to be bad.
The administration, and they all do it. All of them do it. Trump did it and everything else. Every one of them does it at some point or another. There's some twist. There's a lie. It's all worded in a certain way.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be 100% truth. And then the media is going to turn around and spin it on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So what does it matter? Just leave it alone.
Well, here's the thing.
Make up your own crap at this point. That's what they're doing.
So apparently they have been testing them already. According to the outlets, they pointed out, until now, the testing has been borne by the White House.
So every time these people go in there, they shove that giant Q-tip into the lower part of their brain.
Basically. Okay. Which is another reason why they all are stupid. But
They're
officials...
getting a mini lobotomy every time they go in. It's just a little bit worse and a little bit worse.
It goes a little deeper every time. But officials there contended that the cost of maintaining the testing regime for nearly a year has strained its budget.
Well, what are you doing paying for this anyway?
So it's not going to shift its burden onto the news organizations. No test, no entry to the White House, bar none. But if you can't afford it, you can't come in.
Now, I do have to argue that that's the people's house.
Now you're impeding on free speech and free press.
Yeah, that's the people's house. You can't charge entry into the people's house.
But this is also the bed that they've made.
Yeah, exactly. They were so adamant about getting rid of Trump.
Yep.
That they didn't care about what they got put in there because it has to be better than Trump. It has to be. Mm-hmm. Just has to be because Orange Man bad.
Everything has to be better than Trump because Orange Man bad.
I mean, we're not saying that, Trump is the greatest thing. Again, we were never hardcore Trumpers.
No, we weren't.
We respected the office and we told him when he did good and we admitted when he did bad. Like, that's just the nature of the beast of it.
And you know what? He did more good than bad.
He did.
Funny enough.
He did. But the point is they were so adamant about getting rid of him that they didn't care what they got put in. And now it's starting to affect them.
Right.
They thought by getting rid of Trump that they would get their way.
They thought they'd have their gala back.
Yeah.
They were going to go and they were going to party with the president.
Rub elbows.
Everything was going to be good again. They'd get to have their meetings and
feel like there's something.
Yeah, they'd have their importance. Back again, instead of being belittled by a person who is standing at the podium,
who actually called them out on their crap.
Right.
And instead of fixing it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Now they're being charged.
Right.
Which, again, is wrong. At the very least, that's not Trump's house. I mean, that's not Biden's house.
It's not Biden's house.
It's not the administration's house. That's ours.
It's the American house.
It's the American people's house. We have the right to go in there.
Yes.
And
with or without a COVID test.
And without being charged a fee.
Yes.
Because that is our building.
Yes.
Public building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Public, which means we are allowed access.
Yeah. But like you said, they wanted him out so badly. Here we are.
Yep. And they go through a lot of different people talking.
Oh, I'm
trash.
sure.
As it goes through, they put it another way. Small news outlets on the White House report say paying $170 per visit would pay $170 a day, $850 a week, $3,400 a month, or $40,000 a year.
Well, why are you going every single day?
There's no reason for that.
They don't have
press briefings
every day.
And if they do, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, why are we having press briefings every single day? That's because you guys have nothing else to report on because you don't want to do your jobs and investigate.
Not even that. It's because you don't want to talk about anything that might actually be good.
Or important.
If it's not bad news, if it's not tragedy, if it's not violence, if it's not bad, then who cares? It's not going to get ratings in your book. And I would argue news outlets that quite the opposite.
Yeah.
You know, if you actually threw something good in from time to time, at least some good from time to time.
At least you get that from the local news, right?
Something.
Fluff
pieces, and they don't have to be fluff pieces, but fluff pieces do.
Or nicer pieces. They
They call them
do
fluff.
benefit. Yeah.
It does benefit. You know,
because it alleviates some of the pressure that you put on people.
Yeah.
Do media outlets not understand?
No, I don't think they care.
All of the negative, all the terrible things, they put everybody in such a bad state.
Yeah.
Why do you think our people are the way they are now?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think everybody's at each other's throat? It's not because of Orange Man bad, and you can't claim that anymore.
Yeah.
Orange Man bad was whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah.
But that has never been the reason. You are the reason why everybody's at each other's throats.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when you have a 24-hour news cycle.
That also never leaves the White House.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but you've made this bed. You've done this. Like I said, now it's starting to affect everybody, and they don't like it. It's not right. It's not fair. This is supposed to be our glory day.
Yeah, well, It was your glory day. The day that he was inaugurated was your glory day. Now, live in the bed that you made.
Yep. Enjoy.
Sleep in it. It's yours.
Get all cozy.
You made a bed of hay. Good job.
Yay.
Of course, it's the crappy straw, the terrible hay, the stuff that nobody wants to use. But that's your fault.
Hey.
Yeah, that's right.
The ends do not justify the means.
No, they do not. And that's
don't.
That's what we should be getting to. Adam W. Johnson over on the Twitter. So, if I comment on tonight's broadcast, it won't be a week late and a dumpster fire short?
No.
And
that's, bless his heart.
Yeah. I know.
We got
That's your own fault, man. That's your own fault for not listening to our show every night.
We fixed it. It didn't.
That was your own fault.
So there.
You did it yourself.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. Attention dog nappers. Please return Koji and Gustavo. I will give you $500,000. No questions asked.
Mm-hmm.
The dog walker, what's his name, probably won't live to testify, so you don't have to worry about him. Sincerely, Lady Woof Woof.
Yes.
Poor Lady Woof Woof.
That's terrible.
Missing her doggies. Poor Koji and Gustavo.
No, Koji and Gustavo.
So sad.
The girlfriend over there on the Twitters.
Mm-hmm.
They also have junk in their trunk.
Referring to the Mr. Potato Head?
Mm-hmm. Or junk shoved in their trunk.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
It did have a really big back door.
It really does. It's a pretty wide gate there.
It was. You always like to fall off sometimes if you weren't careful.
Yep.
It get wore out.
Wore out. Mm-hmm. You wear out the joints in the back door, and
then it just collapses on itself.
Yeah, and things just fall through.
It's horrible.
It's terrible. Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
Also, Slightly Venomous Kirk over there with a great GIF, or not GIF, but a great meme with a man pointing to himself in a mirror, saying, "She has big hands."
She does have big hands.
She does have big hands.
Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter, taking away the free COVID tests. Oh, Biden's advisors should know better. Jimmy Carter removed the free M&Ms from Air Force One, and then the press turned on him.
That was M&M's, man.
Press loves their perks, and it's true.
That's
they
right.
feel that they are, almost as elite and special as the people that they follow around.
Which neither of them are elite or special.
No, special ed maybe.
Yeah.
Short school buzz, window licking kind of
That's
special.
definitely true on that one, yeah.
Tree biting waterhead kind of special.
Yes. She's lump. She's lump. She's lump.
In
What's
my
her-
head.
Right. Special.
Yeah. That was a lot in an hour.
It was.
That was a lot in an hour.
I apologize.
No, it's fine.
Sometimes.
It's fine. It has been just a very long day. It just feels like a lot.
It has been. But we have another hour.
We do. And we have a motivation to keep power through it thanks to American Pride Roasters Coffee.
Oh, you mean American Pride Roasters Coffee?
Yes, that can be found at AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
That is a variety
It's historically great coffee.
That is the tagline. You will love it. I promise you. It swallows, guaranteed to swallow every time you put it in your mouth.
That's right.
So go over there, check them out, AmericanPrideRoasters.com for the great flavors and choices there. Mm-hmm. Go to Mojo50.com. Those guys are nice enough to keep us here
on the radio.
Yeah, for some weird reason they like us, and
I don't know how.
So therefore, we love them too. Check them out, Mojo50.com.
Yep.
Go to our website, doaeshow.com.
Become a defender with us.
Please do so. That's always a fun little gig. We don't talk about that enough. Get you a T-shirt and a monthly newsletter, which should be getting ready to come out here in the next couple weeks.
And the T-shirts too, because now it's finally back up online. So yay!
Yay! So get all that over there. Guys, we still got a whole another hour.
We'll be right back. Travel lag is starting to be noticeable.
I know, and I feel bad. I really do.
Yeah, it's starting. I'm noticing it too.
I've noticed it like early, and I'm like, and I'm trying to pull up from it, and I can't.
You can't pull up?
I can't. It's kicking my tail,
I'm sure your
man.
girlfriend will help you out with that later.
Oh, hey-oh.
Help him pulling up. See, I told you. She's gonna help you.
Not a problem.
I don't see she has no issues with this. Yep.
Pretty easy, really.
Yeah. I'm never gonna call her easy.
I didn't say that. I said it is pretty easy.
Oh, okay. Is it?
I didn't say. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I started.
Not what I said.
I started that. Oh.
Oh, thank you. We're being cheered on by Return of the Slug. Jinkies, you guys could do it one more hour. Rah, rah, rah.
Thank you.
Huzzah.
We got this. It's fine. It's just a long drive.
Yeah. And very little sleep.
Yeah, that too.
My back hurts bad.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh.
Hey-oh.
There you go. It's a good sort of pain, I guess.
I'm not going to complain one little bit.
You shouldn't.
Not even a little. Do, 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 do. Going through this list here.
Why are you looking at that now?
Because I just now realized it was there.
You just now realized that I sent it to you?
Yeah. I knew you sent it to me, but it's been several years since I flipped through this.
It's got names. It's got some stuff.
Some of them I have no care for. Most of them I don't care for.
But some of them.
There's a few on here. There's a few on here that...
we should reach out and touch faith.
Reach out and touch someone. 10 points to whoever can guess what that came from.
That's to everybody out there.
Yeah.
He doesn't want me to guess it.
No.
I'm going to give the wrong answer anyway.
Maybe.
Well, I'm saying I would intentionally. Even if I know it, I'm going to give the wrong answer.
I just caught that. I was like, oh my.
Yeah, it's all there. Aww.
Call him up. You dirty bastard.
You dirty rat.
You dirty bastard. I dare you. Because he was one of the ones that voted to impeach.
Yes, it's still commercial.
Sorry.
We have like another 40 seconds, all right?
This is the long
40
one.
seconds of commercial. Yeah, we're in the break, all right? Commercial break.
Do, 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 do. Oh, my. Giddy up, pump, mow, mow.
Pop,
Mow, mow.
pop, pop. Fly me to the moon.
Let me play among the stars.
Come back.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
Yeah. I like it's fun.
Yeah.
Song games are fun.
Yeah, especially talking over commercial breaks.
Giddy
and
up,
stuff.
pump, mow, mow.
Elvira.
My heart's on fire. Elvira. I heard a remix version of that one.
Did you really?
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones you go, oh dear Lord.
That could have been
It's
really
almost
bad.
it's almost as good as hearing gin and juice done in complete bluegrass.
Sipping on gin and juice.
Curse words and all.
Laid back.
About as white as humanly possible.
That's
Oh
right.
no, there was another one. Hold on. Was it that same song? There was that one and another like classic rap song that was done in a Frank Sinatra style.
Oh.
Yes, and again, full language.
Amazing.
Yes.
See, that's
Some guy
good.
named Mr. Cheese.
That sounds awesome.
It's good.
We're going to have to listen to that.
We will later. Not tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe Monday.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe Monday.
Anyway.
So,
Continuing forward.
facing pressure from progressives to make good on open border immigration promises, the Biden administration is reportedly planning to purchase a plane. Well, tickets at least for that plane, and fly illegal immigrant minors back to their relatives.
Under pressure.
No, not their relatives in, Mexico
Or
where they
wherever
come
they're
from, or
from.
where they're from. No,
Yeah, right.
no, to their relatives residing in the United States.
Well, oh.
Yes.
Uh,
You look like something bothers you.
well,
Something off? Is there something not right about this? I mean, all he's doing is bringing families together, keeping kids away,
how do they
with
know?
their families. And he's doing what Trump didn't do. He didn't separate kids from their family. He's putting them with their families.
How do they know
How do they know what?
that that's actually their family?
Because they know.
How?
Because they said so.
How?
'Cause
How?
The relatives said so. The relatives have said.
But how do we
"Hey,"
know that they're relatives?
They said that they are.
How do we know that the adults that brought the kids are actually the parents of the adults or relatives of the parents of the children?
Well, that part you're right. They don't, but that's why they're sending them to their relatives that reside in the United States.
But how do they know that?
Because the relatives said they are.
What
they're
if that
relatives.
relative is just exactly what we think they are, and they're a coyote bringing in kids? And
but that's
and the
no.
people that they're sending them to happen to be additional coyotes.
No.
Making sure that they're coming in for a slave
No,
contract.
see what you're doing. Hold on,
inside
what you're
of
doing.
America.
What you're doing is allowing your whiteness to show through. You need to stop
Oh,
because they're Latino or of some kind of other color than white, you automatically assume that they're a criminal.
what if they were white?
And what if monkeys fly to my butt? How dare you, you racist bastard?
What if they were white? What if they're white coyotes, which there are?
See, now you're starting to cross some lines here.
What line?
He's sending them to these kids to their
I'm not
families.
crossing any lines. In fact, these people are crossing lines.
Well, these kids were just brought here against their will,
Right.
and they're going to stay
and
with
this is
their
our
families.
chance. This is our chance to fix that situation and send them back.
No, because
Against their
no,
will.
because their families are being processed at the border to be able to come in.
But they're not
So
being
that
processed.
they're being sent to their other relatives in the United States, waiting for their parents to get out.
But they're not being processed. They're just being put in cages, like they said Trump was doing, but it was actually Obama.
No, The news comes after immigration authorities have already entered full-blown crisis mode in the first months of the new presidency. The
Really?
Biden administration is reportedly feeling the squeeze as the president's lenient stance on immigration is leading to an unprecedented surge at the U.S. southern border.
Really?
I don't say. But except they do say.
They did say.
They did. Quote, we need to prepare for border surges now. End quote. New Immigration and Customs Enforcement Chief of Staff Timothy Perry wrote on February 12th in an email to the agency's top leadership.
Oh, yeah.
That was obtained by the Washington Times. Quote,
Really?
we need to begin making changes immediately. We should privilege action over cost considerations.
Yep.
Do what is needed, and the department will work on funding afterwards.
You know what's needed? Sending these kids home.
No, I would actually argue what we need to do is shut the border down.
That would be the easiest and most cost-efficient way.
Mm-hmm. That way they can't come in here at all. Then you fix immigration problems. You can sort out all these people.
And if people still get in, then you throw them back out.
I'm just saying. It worked under Trump. Earlier this week, it was revealed that in response to the influx of border crossings, the Biden administration had reopened a Trump-era migrant children housing facility to shelter minors who crossed the U.S. illegally and unaccompanied by their parents.
It's funny that you say Trump era because it came out in the Obama era. Actually, it came out in not just the Obama era. They were also facilities that were
Under Bush.
Under Bush and Clinton. And Obama.
Yeah.
So Bush, Clinton, Obama, but no, they're all Trump era.
And Bush.
Orange Man Bad.
Yep.
They're all Orange Man Bad era migrant children housing facilities. You know, the ones where they actually provide shelter instead of just throwing kids in cages like they thought that they were doing because they took video of 3 kids who were standing behind a fake dog kennel style fence saying don't keep kids in cages.
Yeah, the Washington Post reported this week that the number of illegal immigrant children in federal custody has tripled to 7,000 since January.
Since January. So since he
in
took
2
office,
months.
that's because they know that he doesn't care and that he's going to
Well,
just
it's not
let
that he
them through anyway.
Well, yeah, it's not that he doesn't care. He intentionally wants to open it all up.
Right.
According to the Post, quote, the Biden administration is so worried about running out of shelter space for teenagers and children who cross the border without their parents that shelters have been authorized to purchase airplane tickets and cover other transportation costs for minors whose relatives are already living in the U.S.
Wait. Didn't come with their parents.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to figure out where their family is?
Well, because again, the kids
know?
The kids will say.
The kids know.
Yeah, they've got an auntie or an uncle living in Miami or
okay. Well,
St. Louis.
those auntie and uncles, are they legal?
Sure.
Or were they illegally
We don't
here
know.
in the first place?
Doesn't matter. They're
if
already
that's
here.
the case, we can just send them all back home.
Doesn't matter. They're already here.
Oh.
And it's so much cheaper just to pay to get these kids to those people than it is to round up all the other people and shut the border down and send them back.
While it is true,
You know,
isn't it also easier just to say, no, you can't come in?
keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Right.
Come back tomorrow night and try it again.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The new policy was reportedly outlined in an email from the Department of Health and Human Services Office of Refugee Resettlement.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's a title.
That's
a mouthful.
Which was obtained by the Washington Post. The HHS, which manages the shelters, confirmed the change in policy to the news outlets on Wednesday. In response to the growing crisis, the Biden administration has tried to ward off new migrants in recent days.
You're not okay. First off, stop there. Time out. You cannot go at the very beginning of your administration and literally with open arms say everybody come to the border, which is basically what you did. And then 2 months later, when obviously your borders are going to overflow because you're creating a self-made crisis, you're then going to say, wait, hold up, guys, hold on, too many people. You either open them or close them.
Well, here's how they're warding it off. You ready for this?
Sure.
You ready for this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, said on Tuesday, this is not the time to come.
It's not the time to come. That's later tonight.
We have not had time to put into place an immigration system, an immigration policy. We don't have...
Sorry, wait, what?
Yeah.
We don't have an immigration system or policy?
Nope. Nope.
I thought,
We have nothing.
then
Absolutely nothing.
I've got to ask you a question.
It's never had.
I've got a question.
They have not had an immigration policy in place since the beginning of the founding of this country.
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay. We have a friend,
We do.
Jonathan Dunn.
Good friend.
Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually ran into said immigration system.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, he did.
According to Jen Psaki, he's just lazy and really didn't want to come over here.
But he
just
had a
lied.
job ready
no,
for him.
He
Had a job ready for him.
according to
He had everything set up.
no.
And because he was a white man without a higher education from Ireland,
No.
he
not
was
true.
turned away from with our immigration system.
Well, of course he's going to say that because he's a white guy who's
But it
trying
was
to
the
blame
legal
the government.
policies that were put into place for the immigration.
No, it wasn't.
He was told that he
he
can't
flaked.
do it.
He flaked. That's
He
what
just flaked.
He did.
You know,
He got-
a man that literally has a podcast about American
yes,
exceptionalism.
He got cold feet, and he said, "You know what? The only thing I can do is to blame the government for this. It's all a smear campaign.
That's all it is.
was.
Just smear.
There's no because she said clearly we don't have an immigration policy system in place.
Didn't we just talk about the fact that nothing you hear from the press room is going to be truly accurate?
No, what you
Because
just
this is Jen Psaki.
no, what you just said was a lie.
This is Jen Psaki, the
I
White
know.
House press secretary.
Yeah, I know.
We know that everything she says is going to basically be a lie.
a lie, a giant big
A
fat.
huge lie. This is something you can't even walk back.
Because literally, we
You're
don't.
saying we don't have an immigration system?
We kind of do. It's called
The immigration system.
the current system that we have, albeit flawed. We have
Actually,
one.
it works pretty well if you just follow it.
Well, no, it's true. But I know it does. But I'm saying there's certain things in it that are
Sure,
a
yeah,
little bit
right.
corrupted.
I'm sorry. If a guy has a job waiting for him, all you need to do is sign the immigration papers where he can go get a nice job,
as long-
buy himself a house. Everything is going to be fine.
If you have the way it should be, if you have a job,
Or have a job waiting.
well, that's what I'm saying. Have a job or have it like or going to a job for sure. Like it's confirmed on all ends.
Yeah.
And you have a clean
Slate, like background?
background.
Yeah.
Then
Come on over.
Then yeah, that's kind of what the whole give me you're tired, you're poor, you're huddled mass is. That's what that is. You
well,
know?
first off, that's a poem.
I got that.
No, stop.
I know it is, but
There is no such thing as give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses. That's a poem. It was supposed to be a heartfelt poem of what somebody saw when they looked at the Liberty statue.
I know that.
It has nothing to do with this.
I am utilizing it the way they utilize it, which apparently is gospel. And by using it as gospel, if you're going to follow it, then you have to follow it all the way.
Right.
You can't cherry pick. And by cherry picking, that includes you let people in who actually could be productive members of society, even if they don't meet up to the have millions of dollars or have the fundage that you think they should be paying for or have the extreme amazing jobs.
Sure.
If they have a decent job, and you could, you could
Even
say
a
like
basic job.
Well, I was gonna say like, no, I don't know if you want to like bring them over here to work for McDonald's.
I don't care.
No, I don't know. Like to me,
There
that
are
might be.
there are
'cause
other people that could have that job here.
yeah,
already.
exactly.
That's
We
true.
already kind of have our own thing. Like it's something different outside. I'm not saying you have to be a rocket scientist or a neurosurgeon, but
Rocket Man.
yeah, but maybe not a filler station guy, like a gas station attendant.
Oh, those are all Indian anyway. That's what Joe Biden told us.
Yeah, but they own the gas stations. That's a whole different.
But without a dot, you can't go in there.
No, I know.
That's what Joe Biden told
he
us.
did.
Joe
He
Biden let
did.
us know that the only way that you can go to a gas station is to make sure you have a dot on your forehead.
Yeah, and it works out for him so far. That's why he never
Yeah.
goes to a gas station. But no, we don't have an immigration system in place, and so you have to wait. And that's how they warded it off. The press secretary came out and said to look a bunch of to a bunch of these reporters that are tired of paying or
For
don't
COVID.
want to COVID test.
Yeah, they don't want to pay for COVID tests.
She walked out there and said, "Hey, you need to tell everybody that the world that hey, we don't have an immigration thing in place. We need to wait."
Yeah.
We and not continuing on. Obviously, we are continuing to struggle with facilities to ensure that we're abiding by COVID protocol because again, that's a whole nother important thing too.
COVID. Yeah.
You don't want these people getting COVID or spreading it around.
Spreading COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, this is not the time to come
That's going to be the joke for the night.
at this point. Mm-hmm. But the words are not are likely too little, too late as the administration grapples with the consequences of a problem it created, or at least exacerbated.
That's what she said.
And now that Joe Biden has been called out by progressive lawmakers for reopening migrant children's shelters, he needs to save face by literally escorting illegal immigrants to the country on the taxpayer's dime.
No, actually, Return of the Slug has it right. Wouldn't it be easier to deport all of them, the whole lot, when they come to pick them up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there's a whole lot of ways that you could do this.
Yeah.
And do it effectively.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Stealth Jill Hole over on the edge over on Twitter. Actually, arm yourselves. What if they're white? Are we talking about the coyotes that are the monkeys coming out of Dylan's butt?
Both. Any monkey coming out of Dylan's butt is going to be white because it's going to be scared.
It is terrified because
terrible.
Imagine being in my butt. I'd be terrified too.
I know.
Feel for my proctologist.
One day.
Actually, I don't feel for him. He tends to feel around for me. But that's a whole. Thank you.
Dang it. That's bad.
That's what he said. Hey,
Wow. Didn't expect that.
That's what he said too.
I know.
There's so many of those. You can't really say anything after this without it kind of rolling into that. There you go.
So LinkedIn yanks.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Why?
We're moving on. You can't do that.
What? They've decided to remove.
Wait.
What?
The Knights Husseini have it.
Oh, okay.
You were asking about the how do we know? And
Yeah.
It's obvious. If they say they're the relatives, #believe all immigrants.
Thank you.
There you go. See?
Thank you for clarifying.
That's all it took. See, that's what took the change.
I needed to know.
This is 2021, and what changes
obviously
people's minds
are words.
hashtags.
Hashtags.
And hashtags.
Hashtags, specifically hashtags. So thank you. Thank you, the Knights Husseini.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying that, helping me to open his eyes. Because
I am obviously an oppressive white supremacist.
You are.
And
you bastard.
I needed to see that hashtag to make sure that my life was back.
You needed to go flog yourself for being too white. Don't drink any Coke.
Right.
You white racial bastard.
It's funny that you say that. See, the LinkedIn has removed its training seminars from encouraging the attendees to be less white.
Now,
if you don't remember this, Coca-Cola came under fire earlier this week after a viral social media post reported that Coca-Cola employees had to complete a racial sensitivity seminar that encouraged its participants to be less white and less oppressive. The webinar's creator, Robin DiAngelo, who wrote White Fragility, made it all ready for you.
Oh, good.
A description of the course promised attendees that the training, quote, gives you a vocabulary in practices you need to start confronting racism and unconscious bias at the individual level and throughout your organization. There's no magic recipe for building an inclusive workspace.
No, actually, there is.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. There is.
Oh, well, hold on. Hold that thought.
Okay. No,
it's a process that needs to involve people of color.
Oh, mine does too.
And that needs to go on for as long as your company is in business.
This will worry you.
But with these tools at your disposal, you will be well on your way.
I guarantee you they're not the same tools that I have. I said tools, not tool, but whatever.
Elsewhere, though, in the webinar, the white participants were encouraged to be less white, less arrogant, less certain, less defensive, less ignorant, and more humble.
Couldn't being humble be taken as
being white?
Well, no, but I was say, couldn't it be taken as being
passive?
Well, passive is one, but what was the other? Defensive?
It could be. It could be being, keeping yourself in a humble status whenever anything happens. It could be considered defensive.
Yeah. And again, I find it ironic, and I'm sure somebody else has made this connection as well, but I find it ironic that, so does this mean that Coca-Cola will no longer be using the polar bears in their commercials? Especially at the holidays?
They're very white.
That's my point. If you got to be less white, is it going to be a grizzly bear and maybe a black bear?
It could be a brown bear.
grizzlies are brown though.
I
That's
know,
why I
but
said
I'm just
that.
saying, like,
But you want to go aggressive.
specifically brown bear.
Yeah. No. I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
Does that mean no more polar bears? Because that was always my favorite part of holidays was seeing the Coke commercial where they did the sharing with like,
But you notice
the
they
leopard seal and stuff.
But yeah, but they shared with a seal and they shared with a penguin.
Which instead of eating both of those, which is what they do
As
in real life. Yeah.
naturally, yeah. Mhm.
I'm just saying. It's a
Yeah.
little weird.
Little bit weird.
It's a tad. Again, my idea, my webinar would actually be rather short. It's very simple. What you do is you treat people how you want to be treated.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
You want that's to get rid of all of the whiteness and all of the aggression and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You treat people how you want to be treated,
Oh, right,
and then to make it more inclusive. Well, you hire people based off of their ability.
Like their merit?
Yes. And there you go.
See, it's funny. The return of the slug over there. The magic recipe is to treat people as individuals.
There you go.
That's pretty much it. You got it right on the nose right there. So good job. Earlier this week, though, LinkedIn announced that it would no longer host the webinar on its site.
Good. I mean, I'm not a fan of LinkedIn overall anyway, but
Yeah, but Nicole Leverich, vice president of the corporate communications for LinkedIn, told Newsweek in a statement that the site provided a, quote, wide variety of learning content, including more than 270 courses on the topic of diversity, inclusion, and belonging. Quote,
belonging. Hold on. You need a course on belonging? This will help you belong.
quote, the confronting racism, of course, featuring Robin DiAngelo is no longer available in our course library at the request of a third-party content provider we licensed this content from.
Nice.
We will continue to add new courses to help people learn the skills they need to be more successful in their careers, including the foundational skill we all need to be effective allies and to help build more equitable future.
Shut up. You want equitable, just, again, you treat people like they are people. You deal with each person on an individual basis. You treat them how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
When you find out that you've wronged someone, even involuntarily, you apologize. You work to make amends.
Yep.
And said offended person then gets the stick out of their ass and moves on.
Hopefully.
No, that's how it has to be in order to work.
Right.
It does take both.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake
Both sides.
and someone is harmed or hurt, then you apologized as the violator. You apologize to the victim.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using very rough terms, but
Very rough terms.
and then the person, the victim, the person who's been offended, then turns around and
Accepts.
Does it have to be right away? I understand sometimes some things can be taken really bad, but then you get over it and you move on.
Yep. Apologies have occurred.
Amends have been attempted, and you allow that person to actually show remorse.
Yep. Remember,
Fix it that way.
I mean, everybody understands this, but if you hate somebody,
Yeah.
it's a poison to you,
Yeah.
not to the person you hate.
Yeah.
It's a death to you, not the person you hate. It's damage to you and your psyche, not the person that you hate.
Yeah, they don't even notice.
They don't care.
I mean, unless you're bludgeoning them repeatedly. They're
Right.
not gonna
Unless
have a
you're
clue.
actually physically violent to them or you're continually angry and upset at them to the point where they have to notice. It really doesn't affect them. It only affects you, the holder of said grudge, of said anger, of said hate. If you're a person who's done something wrong, make amends. Fix it. Treat a person like you want to be treated.
What if you still done wrong, but you're not a person?
Then it's hard to do something wrong because if you're not a person, how can you know right from wrong?
But you could still be deemed as doing something wrong. Like, what if those beautiful little polar bears ate somebody's dog?
They're bears. That's called life.
Yes, but
That's
they ate
nature.
somebody's dog.
But that's nature.
not necessarily.
It's nature.
What is a polar bear doing in the middle of town anyway? They
It's
shouldn't
nature.
be here.
Well, maybe you shouldn't.
That's
put
not
a town
nature.
Maybe you shouldn't have put a town in the middle of the Arctic.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. I just, they're just living their life, doing their thing. Can't be upset about that. No. I love that.
Mm-hmm. It's good work, Slug. Good work.
I know.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
That ain't Kevin Hutchins. Those
Yeah,
are good ones.
Good ones, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, don't Maglomark go boom.
That was good there.
I ate coffee. Gives me the poops.
You gonna need that cornbread.
Yeah, we're tired.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
I'm desperately trying here.
We're trying to keep awake, all right? We're doing good. I think we're doing good.
No, I mean, I'm awake. I'm exhausted. Like, it's been a long day.
I know. But we're keeping up with the jokes. We're all right. It's a little tiresome, but that's okay. We're okay.
That's okay.
We're all right.
Act like this is our first show or something.
We can handle it. We only have 30 more minutes.
We're not newbies. Done this before. What if Coke uses gay men instead of bears?
Are they white?
Well, I have to ask.
Are they white?
How do you know that?
They're gay.
Well, no.
How do you know
the bears aren't gay?
Well,
Yeah.
because they're bears. It doesn't matter.
But what if the bear decides that they want to be gay?
Oh, yeah, I guess you have a point.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Could be a dancing queen.
One is only 17?
Uh-huh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mamma mia.
Here we go again.
This is Defenders Live.
Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy a world of Coke. Except for those effing white people.
Return of the Slug. I have no desire to be allies with anyone who chooses to classify me as inherently evil because of my skin color, which is bright yellow with beauty splotches. Banana Slug.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
get
I
it.
mean, as a slug, you got to be a little bit more overly cautious, I think.
Especially of people who are very salty.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, as humans, it's different. You kind of have a little bit thicker skin. It's a little bit easier to put up with. But
Yeah,
I know
as
as a slug, I can
with the mucous membrane.
Yes, I can fully back that. I understand the extra need for being careful.
Yes.
I would.
I completely agree.
Better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Erring on the side of caution.
Always.
Let's see. Kevin Hutchins also on Twitter. Hey, they fight fire with fire, viruses with viruses. Why not fight racism with more racism? Yeah, you're right. Because it all works, right?
Yeah.
You got
I
to
think maybe. No, probably not.
destroy freedom to save freedom.
Right. I mean, that's what they've always told us.
Everything has always been like that. I'm just saying. Just saying. It's a lot easier than that.
Paige over there on the Facebook. Bears are loyal.
Okay.
She just wanted you to know that.
I like bears.
She loves the Coke commercials.
Duh, bears.
I don't like that bear. I don't like those bears.
My dicka.
Anyway.
Special counsel John Durham, the U.S. attorney appointed to investigate the origins of the Russia collusion.
Wait. The Russia probe guy?
The Russia probe guy himself.
Oh.
You know, election interferences and all that.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah. Mhm.
He had an announcement on Friday.
Announcements, you say?
It did. It was. Did
he come out?
Well, he did.
Really?
And he said something.
amazing.
He came out and said he was resigning.
Oh.
Yeah, he came out to
out,
say that.
said
He didn't
was-
come out as gay or
I thought
anything.
maybe it was like another.
No, I don't care.
There was.
I don't care about that. Of course, I don't
Right,
know,
right.
really overly, other than the sudden quickness and
The speed at which.
short notice of this little resignation. I don't really care about him either. But Durham released an official announcement saying that he would resign effective midnight on Sunday.
Like this coming Sunday.
This coming, as in like in 2 days. At least it's planned. It's got something to look forward to.
Right.
Quote, my career has been as fulfilling as I could ever have imagined when I graduated from law school way back in 1975. This is what he said in a statement. While Durham will resign from the office, he will reportedly continue his work investigating whether the FBI's operation to uncover Russian collusion with the Trump campaign was politically motivated.
Wait, sorry. Hold on 1 sec.
Yes.
So you're resigning from office.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, he's quitting. Yeah.
You're not going to be working anymore. You're quitting.
Yeah, he's leaving the FBI.
You're quitting,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still going to have access to the FBI's operations to keep investigating.
Yeah.
So you're going to quit,
Yeah.
but you're still going to work.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, if he quits, he's no longer bound by the ethics and moral code of the FBI, the restraints thereof. He can
He can do whatever he wants.
go and do whatever he wants, however he wants. And yeah,
But they've already proven that Russia collusion was full of crap.
obviously they didn't, because he's still going to have to investigate even after quitting.
But they've proven that it's full of crap.
Obviously not, because he's still going to be doing this afterwards.
All right.
In October, Trump went so far as to say that there was enough evidence to prove Obama and Joe Biden, now the president, had used the power of the government to spy on his campaign illegally.
Which they did.
Quote, these people should be indicted. This is the greatest political crime in the history of our country, and that includes Obama, and it also includes Biden.
Which it's true, because he was part of the administration when it happened.
Yep. Former U.S. Attorney General William Barr elevated Durham's status to special counsel in December, a move which many perceived as an attempt to protect the investigation from an interference by the Biden administration. Also in December, though, a report from Fox News said that the investigation was, quote, making excellent progress, end quote, and was expanding his team with additional prosecutors.
Okay, so
It's doing fantastic.
fantastic.
They're doing so well. Great progress is
Very
being
good.
made.
That he quit.
I got to stop. I kind of quit. But I'm going to keep
I
doing
think
it.
this might be. I think I get it. He can't work for the FBI under the Biden administration and also go against the Biden administration.
Yeah, I don't think he's as worried about his life. Like, if it was the Clintons, it'd be different.
I don't think he's worried about his life. I think he's worried about the fact that, he'd be like, I don't know, put in jail for treason or something.
Nah, he ain't got nothing to worry about. Quote, my love and respect for this office and the virtual vitality.
Vitally important.
Vitally, that's what I said. Important work
Hey,
done
he's
here.
tired, guys.
Have never diminished. It's never stopped for a moment. It has been a tremendous honor to serve the U.S. Attorney.
Yep.
And as a career prosecutor before that, and I will sorely miss it.
You will miss it, but you're still going to be working.
But he's going to miss it.
But how are you going to miss it when you're still going to be doing it? Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we've slipped into like teenage years.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
those little
sorry.
petty little things.
Poop
Like,
jokes and junk.
yay!
And, backdoor.
I don't quite understand this whole point either. You're a U.S. attorney appointed to investigate the origins of the Russian collusion,
Because
or allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
and election interference probes. Okay?
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're going to stop.
How dare you?
As immediately, effective virtually immediately.
Yeah. Full stop. As of this weekend,
But
I
you're
will no
not
longer be
going to
working there.
stop. So Sunday you stop working for the FBI.
But you continue
But
your
Monday you're
investigation.
going to be investigating the FBI.
Still. You're still... Are you becoming a PI? Like, what's going on?
He's trying to become something. He's like a Burt Macklin or something.
He wants to be a dick.
Well, again, the true reason I think is there's something has come down the pipe or something is going on, and he has to be outside of the realm of what is considered proper and ethical and right as far as the FBI goes.
Okay.
He's relieving himself of those ties so he can do what he wants as he wants.
Himself?
I've heard by at least once or twice a day, hopefully, if he's regular.
Yeah. At least he doesn't have to wake up to pee, right?
I said, I don't know. Is it at his age?
Maybe so.
Might have to worry about that prostate, man. It happens.
Got to get that checked.
Kevin Hutch is over on Twitter. The FBI is claiming that rednecks are planning to blow up the Capitol during the State of the Union. Will Kiefer Sutherland become our president?
That's very
fitting,
apropos,
actually.
because our next
That
story
was actually
here.
what we were going to talk about. That's kind of why I went ahead and...
Oh, that's funny. So the acting chief of police said that members of the militia that rioted on January 6th are now plotting to blow up the U.S. Capitol building during the President Joe Biden's State of the Union address in order to kill many members of Congress.
I have to add something here.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you are, chief of police.
Yeah.
Or acting. Mm-hmm. And you're aware, you find out
Yeah.
that people are attempting, allegedly,
Right.
to blow up the Capitol building during a State of the Union, which, by the way, has not happened yet.
Ever.
No, I'm talking about the State of the Union address. I went and looked this up.
Oh, yeah, we haven't.
There's
had
not
that,
a set time, but usually it's early. It's mid-January to early February.
And it's already late February.
Yeah, we're going to be in March by the time this is going to happen. Like, it's way outside the realm of normalcy.
Right. And you know what? He could do a State of the Union within like an hour. He could announce it within a day and then have it there.
In a day, he could literally walk out and goes, "The whole thing sucks," and turn around and walk back in, and he's done.
Say that's the State of the Union, because you do understand that he can also just issue a written formal State of the Union and send it in, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to speak.
No.
Like Joe Biden, not even Joe Biden.
There's-
The president does not have to stand up and talk about the State of the Union. He just has to release a State of the Union brief to the Congress once a year.
Well, and being the first time in office, though, you know they're going to. It kind of has. It's an
man has been
unspoken thing.
He's been avoiding the actual cameras as much as possible.
I think this is going to be another excuse to make it prolong some more too, because I mean we already know the State of the Union. It's in complete shambles.
Right. We know because he's been speaking every day about it. Like he's been sending people out every day talking about it.
And helping to drive that wedge too.
Yeah. I mean, why? Why
But
do we
again-
need a State of the Union right now when literally every news story reports on everything that's said at the White House?
Pretty much. And again, like I was going back to my point, and I feel like I dropped it on a tangent.
Sure, okay.
The whole point, though, is you're acting chief of police, and you find out that this is
Gonna happen?
they're talking about allegedly attempting to blow up a Capitol building
Go
during the
get
State of the
them
Union.
now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. At that point, isn't kind of the element of surprise gone at that point?
Yeah. Why haven't you captured the people that were talking about
forget
it?
even that. You're aware that it's going to happen.
Right.
Then you mean to tell me you can't
Prevent it?
prevent it?
You can't stop it?
This is 2021. You can walk. You can't have somebody walk around. You can't check people. You can't, literally investigate everything to the nth degree. I understand it's a pain in the ass, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Why would you just sit there and go, yeah, we found out that somebody's going to turn around and blow this up? Well,
Stop them.
then how about you come back later and say, hey, we stopped this from happening, not, well, we heard this was going to happen. You morons. Acting Chief Yogandananda. I love that name. Yogandananda Pittman made the comments during her testimony via teleconference on Thursday at the White House hearing about the Capitol rioting. Quote, "We know the members of militia groups that were present and January 6th have stated their desires that they want to blow up the Capitol and kill as many members as possible with a direct nexus to the State of the Union, which we know that date has not been identified.
We know it.
I continuing on. So I was going to interject there with something, but I can't because it's just quote. So based on that information, we think that it's prudent that the Capitol Police maintain its enhanced and robust security posture until we address these vulnerabilities going forward. I do, and this is a touch on it here. What about the National Guard that's been there the whole time? So you mean to tell me between state, local, county, capital, and National Guard, you can't stop it from happening?
Nope, they can't. Not at all.
That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Well, I mean, they've only got 5,000 National Guard troops.
Mm-hmm.
Only
5,000?
5,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Only
you're right.
5,000.
I'm sorry. They should have kept it 20-something that was there.
Exactly.
Pittman rejected accusations that her department has ignored intelligence that warned of an attack on the scale that materialized on January 6th. And, of course, she ignored it. Again, you will never convince me otherwise. At least as of right now. They allowed it. It was set. It was staged. And it was from that side. They knew that that Trump was having a rally. He was having his little speech thing. And what better way to turn around and try to attempt to vilify him than to allow a bunch of people who happen to also be in the area to go in and cause ruckus under his name.
Right.
Boom.
That's
what
was
happened. And they still are continuing to act like, oh, it's just these militia groups.
It's not the militia groups.
We could go into a laundry list of the actual militia groups that are in America, and you're not.
Most of them are not. One, they're not actually. They don't actually have weapons, and
yeah, and most of them are just. I'm not even getting into it tonight.
Yeah, let's not go there. We don't have energy for that.
Quote, although we knew the likelihood for violence by extremists, she explained, no credible threat indicated that tens of thousands would attack the U.S. Capitol.
Tens of thousands did not attack the U.S. Capitol. Tens of thousands attended a rally. And then about 110 people decided that they were going to go into the Capitol building. And out of that 110 people, about 30 were actually violent.
Yeah. Here's my thing, too. You wouldn't be overly worried about attacks on the Capitol building if maybe you were listening to the people.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Well, there's this thing where in America, believe it or not, the government is supposed to be for and by and of the people.
What?
And not of the political people in those positions.
I thought they were just the political elite.
They were supposed to be civil servants is the actual title that they use, and they don't use them anymore.
That's a new thing.
I know it's been around since
right?
It's been around since the beginning. That's actually the whole point of president is to be a servant.
What do you mean servants? You can't have servants. We can't have servants. That's racist.
Well, no, you can't have slaves. The president is supposed to be a servant of the people. He's supposed
you don't get
to
it,
work
man.
on behalf of them and their will.
You don't get it though. Like servant is just another word for slave. You can't have that.
Yeah, they're supposed to be working for the people.
Well,
not the people working for the government. Yeah,
we have a lot more people working for the government than we do.
I know. It's kind of weird how that works out.
Are you sure that's how it works?
I'm positive.
Is
but
that
again, if you listened to the people, instead of one constantly trying to drive wedges between them so they stay squabbling at each other, and then eventually by default, and again, nobody's going to pay attention to that. At least they're not going to, because they think either they're going to be out of office and it won't matter, or it won't happen at all. But what happens is if you intentionally bait people to fight one another, eventually they're going to look to those elected civil servants and go, why the hell are you not doing anything?
Oh, you mean like what happened?
Yeah. Now, granted, the whole siege on the Capitol building
was only a few.
It was a few, and I argue was a setup from get-go. But let's pretend that what they say is actually accurate.
That would mean that they're masturbators.
We already talked about that story earlier. We're not doing that again. But no, that means you're not listening to people. And that's one of the biggest problems that we have is people, when you argue, end up arguing because they feel like they're not being heard. Period.
Yes.
And if you start something between the two groups of people or more, and they're not listening to each other and just fighting back and forth, and then they come to you and say, hey, we need you to fix, and you don't do anything, now you're not listening to them.
Right.
I'm sorry, but an attack on the U.S. Capitol at that point would be justified. I wouldn't condone it. I do not condone it.
No, it's not condoned.
But at least you understand it.
It's completely
It's not like
understandable.
it's not like the crap going on in Portland where they just are literally trashing stuff for the sake of trashing it.
Because they want to.
Yeah.
And they want you to realize that they're angry and upset.
Yeah.
They're mad.
Angry. Just saying. People just want to be heard.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it, whatever. Didn't return of the slug? Didn't some Puerto Rican commies blow up the Capitol building in the 70s?
No, it was the 50s, and it was shooting, not blowing up. They shot up.
Okay.
Yeah, they were protesting America in the 50s, and so they came to America to
Kevin
protest
Hutchins.
America.
Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter, but isn't it common for the new presidents to skip the first State of the Union presidency?
Yeah, well,
Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe. Adam W. Johnson, my biggest fear is that Rachel Levine will be the designated survivor.
Also, Return
I
of the
saw
Slug.
real fast. I saw, I don't know if it was the confirming thing or what.
Yeah,
but
right.
Rand Paul laid into him.
Yeah.
Not like that though.
No, he didn't ram him home.
It was no, but it was. It was
he bulldozed him for sure.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And then you hear like
He dug in deep.
Yeah.
And that was bad.
And Levine didn't even come close. Both times he was asked a direct question, and Levine both times turned around and said the answer was so almost identical. I thought there was an editing error, like somebody I thought
they did a clip.
I thought it was getting ready to be a remix. I really did.
Oh yeah.
The answers to both questions at both times were almost identical, word for word.
Wow.
It was bad.
Yeah, the Return of the Slug over there on the Twitters. The AI doesn't like callbacks like that come. Yeah. Good job. Well done.
That's not funny.
It is too.
No, it isn't.
It is too.
No, it ain't. Whatever. Kevin Hutchins over Twitter. If you post your plan to blow up the State of the Union on Facebook, you might be a redneck.
No, you might be a moron.
Yeah.
Is all it like?
Hey, y'all. Hey, we're going to blow up the U.S. Capitol.
Come on down here. Let's blow this up, man. Come on, Bo.
Yeah, bro.
Obviously, no. That's not how this works.
Return is like, no, guys, they're trashing Portland because they weren't hugged enough as children, and daddy is now mommy. I could see where that kind of confusion would cause somebody to become distraught.
Right.
You know, because divorce itself is a rough thing on a kid or on people. But then when you find out that your parent becomes a different parent, when your mom becomes your dad or your dad becomes your mom,
it's kind of weird on you.
On top of the lack of love and appreciation that you should feel that you should get as a child, I could see where one would become a little bit aggressive, a little acting
violent,
out a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe not necessarily violent per se, but definitely confused.
Yeah, I could see that.
A little bit frustrated.
Right.
I'm just saying, I don't condone it, but I completely understand. I completely understand.
Yeah. You remember Smith College?
Do I remember it?
Yeah, it's a prestigious all-women's...
I haven't been to school in years.
Well, it's an all-women's school, so you wouldn't have gone there.
I wouldn't have gone to
Massachusetts. It's in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone up there anyway.
Yeah. That was the one where the black student accused an employee of racism?
I think I remember. And
remember that story?
I think so. It was a long time ago. I say a long time ago.
Yeah.
Every day feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, but even when they went and investigated everything, they found that the charges were completely unfounded. Yeah, remember that?
Okay.
Yeah. See, the school's president, for starters, called the the student to apologize and placed the employee on administrative leave,
Even
though like
they
everything
knew
was,
that it
yeah,
was.
Huh. Yeah. The New York Post reported all this, citing the New York Times. The Post, in a separate piece, said that a staff member soon were forced to take anti-racist training, and some employees were tarred as bigots.
Oh, we're doing tarring and feathering now?
Apparently.
Okay.
They threw some shade. Let's put it that way.
Is that what that means?
Uh-huh.
Throwing shade is tarring people. Okay.
Tarring and feathering, virtually. And by virtually, I mean any way that's not actually physical.
Okay.
Metaphorically, tarring and feathering is throwing shade.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you learn something new every day.
I know, right?
Okay.
Jody Shaw was one of the employees at the Smith College
Okay.
at the time of the incident. But even though she wasn't involved, the school's resulting action disturbed her,
I believe
forcing
it.
her to take everything, blah, blah, blah. She went public with a video. She called it, "Dear Smith College, I have a few requests."
Oh, good.
Despite calling herself a lifelong liberal, Shaw said that she felt attacked by the college because of her skin color, because she's white,
Oh, no. Well,
and was tired of the extreme intimidation this is a quote, "we all work under in regard to race."
yeah, I can imagine that, one would get tired of having that rammed down your throat.
Uh-huh. In the clip, she asked Smith to, quote, "stop reducing my personhood to a racial category."
Oh, my God. Hold on. Stop. Stop.
Personhood?
Yeah, I understand. Just hear me out for a moment.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I understand the asininity of somebody going, you know what? My pronouns are not the same as your pronouns. So you refer broadly to personhood or whatever
Right,
because
yeah.
it'll offend me if you don't use the right ones that pertain to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
As dumb and irritating as that is, I understand that.
Whatever.
When you as the individual refer to yourself and you still eliminate said gender-specific pronouns,
Right.
you need to be slapped.
Well, she is a
Repeatedly.
She's a lifelong liberal, so
Doesn't matter.
Can you not?
No, I'm saying even
can we
as a
not
liberal.
hold it against her right now?
No, I'm saying
'Cause, I mean,
even
there were-
as it, no, even by those people that believe in that kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
the whole point of using those
is to not offend other people.
yeah, if you call somebody a he and they don't want to be called a he, okay, that's offensive. I got that. It's dumb, but okay, yeah, fine.
Uh-huh.
I, however, am a he. I will refer to me as he and him.
Or I.
Well, I is broad.
Myself.
But it's still going to, everything is going to come to me personally is going to be used in a male masculine tense.
Well, sometimes.
Depending on if I'm talking about cookies or something, that's different. But anyway.
Yeah. Or your womanly figure.
Yes, I do have the body that I have curves for days. But my point is like if I'm referring to myself, I have that's my preference.
Right.
And if you're going to be offended because I'm calling me a man
Yes.
or he or whatever, then you've really crossed the line at that point. This whole
Oh, yeah.
being upset about the pronoun things has gone way too far because it's fine if it involves you. When you start worrying about me and I can't use that phrasing, now there's a problem.
No, not going to happen.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. I
Like,
get you.
I
I
have
get
that
where you're
right
at.
to pick for myself, just as you have the right to pick for you.
Right. She's
if-
representing her personhood
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Why couldn't she say womanhood?
because she's a person. Anyway,
Whatever.
here are her demands. Quote, "Stop demanding that I admit to white privilege and work on my so-called implicit bias as a condition of my continued employment.
Bravo.
Stop telling me that as a white person, I'm especially responsible for doing the work of dismantling racism.
Amen.
Stop emboldening students to act abusively towards staff by refusing to hold them accountable for their own egregious behavior. And lastly, we have the right to work in an environment free of the ever-present terror that any unverified student allegation of racism or any other ism has the power to crush our reputations, ruin our livelihoods, and even endanger the physical safety of ourselves and our family members.
Again, this is what happens when you start trying to broad things and, let's make it inclusive and do all this stuff because we want to change society. Well, when it eventually comes for you, nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that.
She was fine when it was happening to everybody else.
But when it happens to you, you don't like it.
Yeah.
I wonder, maybe that's the problem with liberalism. They never see it happening to them.
They never see it coming. Anyway.
And so when it does, it's really a slap in the face.
It's all messy.
Uh-huh.
All right. It's time to go. It's
It
the
is.
weekend.
It's a very long day.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Go to mojo50.com. Tell them thank you for letting us stay on the air because God knows we wonder why every day.
Oh,
Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Those are the guys that sponsor this network and the show. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every time it put in your mouth. Go to our website, DOAShow.com.
that's DOAShow.com.
Yes, check out all the awesome things that are over there, the archives and the shop and all that good jazz. Follow us on our social medias at DOA Show. Use the hashtag arm yourselves.
All the rest of it.
Guys, we'll see y'all Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.